So welcome to the Lighthouse. I want to remind you that today tonight is going to be the full moon, tonight and into tomorrow, and that's a very auspicious time. And I sort of laughingly on the inside always giggle at myself because I'm always telling you guys that this is a special time, but the full moon is absolutely a most auspicious window in terms of the way we are positioning ourselves with our relationship to what we're magnetizing in, what we're amplifying, what we're elevating, and who it is that we're becoming. Very oftentimes what it is that I bring into the room for these meditations is governed by what it is that's popping up in the collective field, and just as oftentimes it's governed by what it is that's popping up in my own field. And so this morning my daughter and I awoke to find that one of our feathered friends of the past 5 years had passed away in the night. Tegan had departed. And of course, that was met with a moment of feeling very much aligned with the mystery, and undoubtedly a moment of total sadness. And I feel that right now, as a species, certainly in our household today, but as a species and as a nation, we are learning a lot of big lessons around the medicine of the broken heart. And so as I was contemplating the loss of Tegan's beautiful bird life, I was immediately reminded of a poem that I love very much, and perhaps you're already familiar with it. And these are the words of Terry Tempest Williams, an amazing woman. And this is called When Women Were Birds. And she said, once upon a time when women were birds, there was the simple understanding that to sing at dawn and to sing at dusk was to heal the world through joy. And the birds remember what we have forgotten, that life is meant to be celebrated. That life is meant to be celebrated. And so it is my wish for you that today's meditation will help you align with your human nature and your native innate capacity to be drawn open toward wonderment, to be able to give thanks even in the moments of loss, to look outward towards the adventure horizon of the boundless sky, and also to do the deep and noble work of evaluating our underbellies so that we can constantly be identifying our shadow, integrating our shadow, metabolizing the grief, and churning it into a joy that is unconditional, a joy that is impartial, and a joy that is radical, and have that be the way in which we show up in the world. So I find that when I'm in the face of loss, whether it's a bird or a beloved family member, I am commonly faced with the self-inquiry question of, who is it that is showing up in this moment? Who am I bringing to this moment? Am I bringing, conditioned, wounded, old iteration of who I am? Or am I bringing the full, vulnerable, deeply alive, immensely touchable version of my here now self, and looking from that place? I believe that, in times of great bliss and in times of loss, and the neutral passages there in between, as practitioners of this boundless way, we want to endeavor into uncensored straight talk with ourselves and with each other, to endeavor into uncensored straight talk. And we look at this from a multiplicity of angles in integrative practices. Very often inquiring into what it means for us to let go of the facade, to break the mask, to drop the airs, to unstitch the artifice, and so forth, to really be here in a way that enables us to speak beauty repeatedly, first at the level within, in the mind, and then at the level of communication, in our transformational way of communicating with each other, to speak beauty repeatedly. And the last thing that I want to say about the medicine of being faced with loss is, as we let go of whatever it is that we might be letting go of, whether it's personal belongings or beloveds, as we let go, right there in that moment of great turning, we are presented with the powerful opportunity to belong to everything, and to realize that everything is there for us, past, present, and future. So may today's meditation help you to become involved with the moments of your life, as if this moment were the last moment you would have the opportunity to communicate, to co-create, to collaborate, to give thanks, to experience joy, to remember bliss, to do good, to be alive, and so forth. To let today's practice escalate and expand the way it is that you are involved with your life. What is our level of involvement? Is it atrophied? Is it complacent? Is it in fear of being betrayed again and again? Or is it bold and courageous and willing to be burnt occasionally and willing to be hurt occasionally for the sake of being alive and for the sake of celebrating life and for the sake of being in the growth trajectory? So for today's work, it is minimal, Let me set this tea because I'm going to sing. It is minimal for you. This is going to be, I'm going to sing a beautiful mantra. I have to sing today, right? With the Terry Tempest Williams transmission and with the loss of my 5-year bird friend, Tegan. And again, to reiterate, once upon a time when women were birds, there was the simple understanding that to sing at dawn and to sing at dusk was to heal the world through joy. And the birds remember what we have forgotten, that life is meant to be celebrated. So may this mantra help you to include radical compassion as part of your legacy. May it help you to include radical compassion as part of your legacy. May it soften your heart and therefore open your heart so that you can walk from today's meditation and see your own heart and every other heart that you align with, whether that's personal or professional or otherwise or both. So what you're going to do is place one hand over your heart, and I don't want you to contemplate whether it's left or right. Let it be intuitive, let it be instinctual, let it be spontaneous. One hand to the heart and one hand to your belly, to your soft bird belly. And just take a moment to breathe into both of these powerful crossroad places within your anatomy. And let yourself feel really soft today. Taking off the adult armor is part of becoming part of identifying our hidden greatness and then becoming full of that greatness. And what does that mean for us? It means living our days moment by moment, by and by, gratefully, to be full of our greatness. So keep your hands there, close your eyes, and breathe as deeply and as naturally, enduringly as you can for the length of the mantra. And let the mantra speak beauty repeatedly to the center of every beautiful shared stillness, collective gratefulness.